Hello everyone and welcome to the Advanced Excel class. This is a step-by-step guided lessons on Excel right from beginner level to the advanced level of Excel. And in this particular lesson, we are going to have an understanding of Excel interface layout and see how to navigate around the Excel sheet. Having said that, let us first get to understand what is Excel. Excel basically is a spreadsheet program that is developed by Microsoft, and Excel is a spreadsheet program that is used for entering data and organizing data in a tabular format, as well as performing data analysis and performing data manipulation. So, with that said, I want to believe that you have Excel program installed on your computer. If you don't have Excel on your computer, you need to make sure that you have installed it on your computer so that you can be able to follow along with this tutorial smoothly, because this is practical based classes. So having said that, I want now to go ahead and open my Excel because I already have it installed on my computer. So what I want to do is just head over to search bar and search for the Excel program. So I type Excel and there it shows up. I'm going to go ahead and click, and we're going to wait for some few seconds for Excel to open up. And when Excel opens up, you are presented with this basic interface that looks like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on a blank workbook. And when you click on a blank workbook, this is the kind of interface that you first see. So let's go and understand. This is the main purpose of this lesson, to understand this interface of the Excel and how to navigate around the interface. So what we're going to look at first is something we call the tabs. So you can see right on top here, we have the tabs. We have the file tab, we have the home tab, and I have this tab which I've created called Sumex. I will later show you how to create your own tab. And then we have the insert tab, we have the draw tab, we have the page layout tab, as well as other tabs as shown on this screen. So here we are having tab. You can see you can click on each of the tab and have different icons displayed below it. So when I click on a home tab again, when you click on each of the tab, you see that there is this area which is displayed below the tab region, and this whole area is what we call the ribbon. So now when I click on Sumex tab, you see it is ribbon, and when I click on insert tab, it also displays a respective ribbon below it. So this ribbon has different icons which are categorized into groups. So you can see now when I go back and click again on home tab, we have the home ribbon, which has different groups which are divided by these vertical lines. So you can see here we have a group called clipboard, and then we have a group called font, and then we have a group called alignment, we have a group called numbers, we have styles, we have the cells, we have editing, add-ons, and Adobe Acrobats. So each group is divided using a vertical line. So you can simply say that a ribbon is made up of groups of icons which are placed into groups. When you go into each of the groups, like this font group here, you're going to see that it has different icons which represents different functions that you can perform in Excel. For example, here you have a bold, you have italics, you have underline, which you can apply to your text. Then you come to this area here, which is divided using rows and columns. This is what we call it the worksheet. So in this worksheet is where you enter your data, and is where you organize your data in a tabular form. You can see it has made up of rows numbered from 1 to infinite, and it's also made up of columns numbered in alphabetical order right from A, B, C, and so forth. And an intersection between a row, as a column and a row, makes up a cell. So when a row and a cell meets, we form a cell. So a cell is where we place our cursor, and this is where we can start entering our data. For example, now this is where my cursor is positioned, and I can go ahead and type any data. For example, my name, Samson. All right. And then we have, so we've said this is a worksheet, and a worksheet is made up of cells, and these cells are arranged in form of columns and rows. And then below here you can see that a worksheet has a name. By default, when you open a workbook, Excel provides you with a one default worksheet, and it is named sheet 1. If you click on this plus icon, you can add a new sheet, and Excel automatically will provide it with a name sheet 2 and sheet 3 and sheet 4 and so on. But of course, later on we will see how we can rename the sheet so that we can be able to give it the name of our choice. So having said that, again, when you go up here, you see there's this space here called the name box. When I place my cursor over it, you can see the name displayed name box below it. And the name box is a box which displays the name of the currently active cell. All right, so you can see currently the active cell is A1, and therefore it displays the name A1 in the box. When I select another cell, for example C3, then the name C3 will be displayed in the name box. So a name box is a space which displays the name of the currently active cell. And then right here you have, when I place my cursor over this space here, you can see that it is called the formula box or the formula bar. The formula bar is a space which displays the currently active function. It is displays the function that we are entering into a cell. For example, if I put my cursor here and I start entering any function, for example, equals to sum of 2 plus 3, then you can see that this function is displayed in this box here called the formula bar. All right. The next thing we need to know about is that when you go above here, you see that you have these little icons here, which is called minimize. You can use it to minimize the Excel sheet. That's when you're working on many programs and you want to minimize one. And then you have this other one here, which you can use it to restore or to maximize the Excel sheet. And then we have this other one, which is called the close. You can use it to close down the Excel if you're finished doing your work. But of course, now I'm still exploring it, so I'm not going to click on it. Otherwise, it will close the Excel. And then when you look right on top here in the middle, top middle, you can see the name of the file that we're working on. So it is labeled book 1, and it is of type Excel. So by default, when you open Excel file, and you start typing, Excel by default provides a name book 1 to your file or to your workbook, and therefore it is displayed here. If later on you save this file with a different name, and then that name will be displayed respectively here. All right. When you head on the top left of this work of this interface, you will see that we have this little icon pointing downward, and this is called customize quick access toolbar. And this quick access toolbar is used for displaying the frequently used functionalities and icons. Later on, we will look on how we can customize this quick access toolbar so that you can be able to place those functionalities and the icons that you normally use frequently. And then on this right of it, you have on the left of it, you have this icon called the redo typing. For example, when I click, it is used to undo something that you have previously done. So when you click on this, then you are going to undo something. When you click on this, you're going to redo. So this is the undo button, and this is the redo button. And then on this other side here, you can see that we have a button called the save. So it can be used to save, but of course later on we're going to see how the different options for saving the work that we've done in the Excel file. So Again, when you come on top of this, on the bottom of this, I mean, you can see that we have this a little scrollable bar here. So you can use this one to scroll to the right or to scroll to the left. So when you click on it and then drag it towards the left or towards the right, you can be able to scroll your sheets. All right. You also have this vertical scroll bar, which you can use it to scroll down or to scroll up. All right. Then you look at this one here, you can see that you have this zoom icon here. When I put my mouse over it, you can see it is labeled zoom. This you can use it to increase the zoom. You can zoom in is a spreadsheet, or you can zoom it out. So when you click on minus symbol, you're going to zoom in. You see the Excel is becoming tiny and tiny. When you click on the plus icon, then you are going to zoom in, and you can see that the cell size is increasing and increasing and it becomes more bigger. So you can zoom in or you can zoom out as you desire. So having said that, and then also before I end this, you can also see there is a little plus icon here, and when you put your mouse over it, it says a new sheet. So this is the button that you can use to add a new sheet. So right now when I go ahead and click on it, then you're going to see that a new sheet has been added, and now we're going to have three sheets: sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3. So maybe you can keep your maybe your data, another different set of data. Let's say maybe your personal finance data here, and then maybe in sheet 2 you're going to put maybe your business records here, and then maybe sheet 3 you're going to put maybe your inventory details here, and maybe you can even go ahead and add as many number of sheets as you wish to add. So when you add another one, it gives you sheet 4 by default. So by default, uh, Excel provides the sheets by incrementing them from 1, 2, 3. So that's to say sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, and sheet 4, and so on. But of course, you can have a choice to um, rename the sheets according to what the name you desire. Otherwise, having said that, we have come to the end of exploring and understanding the basic layout of Excel, and would like to pause this. In the next lesson, we will start by looking at how to enter and edit the data. Otherwise, thanks for joining, and see you in the next lesson.